Did you know that 90% of people are living in a state where their emotions control them, and this is destroying their lives without them even realizing it? In today's world, we face a multitude of negative emotions ranging from stress and anxiety to disappointment. But how can we control our emotions and live a more peaceful life? Let's explore Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that can help you master your emotions effectively. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by negative emotions at work, in relationships, or in life, this is the video you need. Join us at Wisdom Daily as we explore how Stoic principles can help you live with greater self-control and peace in a world full of chaos. In today's video, we will dive into 5 simple yet powerful Stoic principles to help you master your emotions and become stronger in every situation. Let's begin this journey now with Wisdom Daily. Principle 1. Understand what's within your control. One of the biggest problems we often face is the feeling of being swept away by emotions that seem uncontrollable, especially in stressful situations. You've probably been in a heated argument with a colleague or faced a crisis at work where you felt like there was nothing you could do to change the situation. That's when negative emotions take over your thinking, making it hard to act rationally. However, in these moments, Stoicism can help you take control of your emotions and find peace within yourself. Think about Steve Jobs during the most difficult period of Apple's history. When Jobs returned to Apple in 1997, the company was on the verge of bankruptcy. Despite the enormous pressure, he didn't let feelings of anxiety, fear, or insecurity control him. Instead, he focused on what he could control: decisions about the company's future, how Apple would restructure, and strategies for product development. Rather than worrying about things beyond his control, Jobs focused on actions and strategic decisions. This focus helped Apple rise from the brink of failure to become one of the most valuable companies in the world. The Stoic philosophy, especially the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes that the only thing you can control is your thoughts and actions. Stoics believe that we cannot control everything that happens in life, but we can control how we respond to those things. Instead of trying to change things beyond our control, we should focus on what we can do and how we respond to events. To practice this principle in your daily life, you need to clearly identify the things you can control and those you cannot. For example, when facing stress at work, instead of feeling frustrated by everything around you, focus on how you can react better, such as adjusting your attitude, improving time management skills, or proactively finding solutions instead of waiting for things to change on their own. This will not only help you master your emotions, but also keep you calm, allowing you to make better decisions. Think back to a recent situation where you felt like you couldn't control your emotions. How did you react in that moment? Could you change your perspective and your actions in situations like that? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. We've now explored how to master your emotions by understanding what's within your control. However, understanding and recognizing emotions is one thing, but how to avoid letting them control your actions is another matter. Let's dive into the second principle of Stoicism: how to accept emotions, but not let them control you. Principle 2. Accept your emotions, but don't let them control you. When feeling angry, sad, or anxious, many people easily let these emotions take control of their actions, leading to hasty decisions and negative consequences. Such moments may make us say things we shouldn't or make decisions we regret later. You may have found yourself in this situation before: a heated argument with a colleague or a loved one, where you lose control and say things that only end up hurting the relationship. Imagine a scenario at work. You and a colleague have a disagreement over an important project. The feeling of anger rises as you feel misunderstood and overlooked. Immediately, you may react by saying harsh and critical words. As a result, not only is the work issue unresolved, but the relationship between you and your colleague becomes tense. You might feel regret later for what was said, but once emotions take over, things happen too quickly to undo. Stoicism doesn't suggest that you should suppress emotions entirely, but rather understand and accept them as a natural part of being human. Epictetus, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, taught, "We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond." This means that instead of letting emotions dominate your actions, you can learn to recognize and adjust them. Emotions like anger or sadness are natural, but your response to them is what matters most. To apply this principle in practice, take a few seconds before reacting. When strong emotions like anger or anxiety arise, don't rush to react immediately. Take a deep breath, calm down, and think about the consequences of your actions. This will not only help you remain calm, but also allow you to make wiser decisions, avoiding hasty choices driven by emotions. There will certainly be situations in life where you feel you cannot control your emotions, but you can try pausing and thinking before reacting. Remember, just a few seconds to regain your composure and adjust your response can completely change the outcome of the situation. Share with us in the comments. Have you ever regretted reacting too quickly to your emotions? And could you try applying the pause method to control your emotions? We've now explored how to master your emotions by understanding what's within your control. However, understanding and recognizing emotions is one thing, but how to avoid letting them control your actions is another matter. Let's dive into the third principle of Stoicism: how to live in the present moment and not let the past or future steal your peace. Principle 3. Focus on the present. Many of us frequently worry about the past or the future, which causes us to lose our composure and prevents us from fully living in the present moment. Have you ever felt stressed about past mistakes or anxious about important decisions in the future to the point where you can't enjoy the present moment? These worries not only keep your mind restless, but also rob you of opportunities and valuable relationships right now. Imagine someone working at a large company in the US. They spend hours every day worrying about upcoming decisions. Should they change jobs? Will they get promoted in their career? But in the process, they overlook the opportunities right in front of them. Important work relationships begin to fade because they're too focused on the future and neglecting what they could do right now. Eventually, they feel exhausted and unable to appreciate even the smallest achievements. Stoicism offers a very clear perspective on this issue. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "Nothing is certain and life is short. Do not waste time worrying about things you cannot control." According to Stoicism, worrying about the past or the future only causes us to lose the ability to live fully in the present. We cannot change what has passed, nor can we control what is to come, but we can do our best with what we have now. To apply this philosophy practically, one of the easiest and most effective ways is to practice mindfulness or simply focus on the present task at hand. You can start by taking a few minutes each day to breathe deeply, release your worries, and focus on what you're doing right now. If you're working, give your best effort without overthinking the future projects. If you're talking with a friend, be fully present in the conversation. This will help reduce stress, improve the quality of your work and relationships, and allow you to take control of your life. Try applying this philosophy today. You can start by doing one simple thing. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on the present moment. Are you ready to let go of the invisible worries about the future and live fully in the present? Share your experiences with us in the comments. Now that we've explored how to focus on the present to live a more peaceful life, there's another crucial element in Stoicism that helps us master our emotions: the ability to accept change. Let's explore the fourth principle of Stoicism, which helps you face change without feeling overwhelmed or losing your calm. Before we continue, I want you to understand that through this video, if just one small idea is helpful and helps you succeed more, that is a great joy for us. Wisdom Daily always wishes you greater success and always keeps your mind at peace in all circumstances. If you find value in these shares, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread positive energy to more people. Principle 4. Accept change. Many of us find it difficult to face change. Especially when these changes happen suddenly, we can easily feel anxious and insecure. This feeling becomes even more intense when these changes affect our personal lives, work, or our future. However, if we don't learn to face change, we will continue to feel stuck and struggle with adapting to life. Imagine someone living in the US who loses their job due to changes in the company or economic fluctuations. The insecurity about the future can become overwhelming, making it hard for them to find calm. Worries about whether they will find a new job or whether their future will be stable cause confusion and a sense of lost direction. However, if they don't learn to accept change, they will continue to be trapped in anxiety and will not be able to move forward. Stoicism, with its profound philosophy, teaches that change is inevitable and a natural part of life. As Marcus Aurelius said, everything changes, and you too. This means that change is a part of the universal law, and if we don't accept it, we cannot continue to grow. Stoics believe that instead of resisting change, we should learn to adapt to it and accept it as an opportunity to learn and grow. To apply this philosophy in real life, instead of seeing change as a threat, you can view it as an opportunity. Try to mentally prepare for changes that may occur in your job, relationships, or personal life. When change happens, instead of fearing it, you can ask yourself, what can this change teach me? How can I grow from this situation? Viewing change with a positive perspective will not only help you overcome difficulties, but also open up new opportunities in life. Change always happens, and sometimes we cannot control it. But instead of letting change control you, prepare for it and see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Have you ever faced a major change in your life? Can you share how you felt and how you overcame it? Leave a comment and share your experiences with us. We've now explored how to accept change and view it as an opportunity for growth. However, to truly live a peaceful life, another important element in Stoicism is the practice of gratitude. Let's explore the final principle of Stoicism: how gratitude can change your perspective and minimize negative emotions in life. Principle 5. Practice gratitude. One of the main causes of negative emotions is the lack of appreciation for what we have. When life isn't going as we expect, many people easily feel unhappy, unsatisfied, and constantly focus on what they lack instead of the positive things around them. This not only diminishes the value of what we have, but also allows negative emotions to dominate our minds. However, if we practice gratitude, we can completely change our perspective on life and improve our mental state. Imagine someone living in the US, dissatisfied with their current job. They always dream of a different job, a different life, but fail to realize that they already have a stable job, a loving family, and meaningful relationships. They focus only on what is missing and what hasn't been achieved, forgetting that each day is an opportunity to appreciate what they already have. This sense of unhappiness stems from not truly valuing the present opportunities and blessings. Stoicism, with its profound philosophy, believes that gratitude is one of the most effective ways to change our perception of life. When we appreciate what we have, rather than complain about what's missing, we reduce negative emotions and open our hearts to welcome the good things. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you wake up in the morning, think about the blessings you have, instead of what you don't have." This reminds us that gratitude is the key to inner peace and a powerful tool to overcome life's challenges. To apply this philosophy in real life, a simple and effective way is to practice keeping a gratitude journal every day. Spend a few minutes each morning or evening writing down the things you are grateful for in life. It could be your beloved job, a supportive partner, or small things that you might overlook every day. This practice not only helps you shift your mindset, but also reduces feelings of scarcity, allowing you to recognize that life always has wonderful things in it. Try practicing gratitude journaling every day for a week and see how it changes your emotional state. Are you ready to start practicing gratitude today? Share with us in the comments the things you are grateful for in your life. Remember that mastering your emotions is not a skill you can learn in a day. It takes time to practice and master these Stoic principles. However, every small step you take today will help you become stronger in controlling your emotions and living a more peaceful life. Try applying these principles in your daily life and share your results with us in the comments. You can start today. Feel the change in how you face emotions, change, and gratitude. We look forward to hearing your story. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video to help more people discover Stoic principles that can make life more peaceful and meaningful. Question for you: which principle do you find most useful in controlling your emotions? Share your thoughts in the comments below the video.